how I accidentally started a new hobby. The rain had been falling for 3 straight days, a soft, relentless drizzle that had turned my weekend plans into a soggy, housebound misery. I was restless. My apartment felt too small, and the hum of the refrigerator was starting to sound like a personal taunt. "I need to clean something," I muttered, pulling open the door to the small storage closet in the hallway, a chaotic purgatory for mismatched hiking socks, expired batteries, and the ghosts of past projects. Deep in the back, behind an old board game, I found a rectangular wooden box. It was a beautiful thing, made of dark cherry wood with tarnished brass hinges. I didn't recognize it. I blew a thick layer of dust off the lid and opened it. Inside, nestled snugly on a velvet lining, was a full set of watercolors. Small, dry cakes of pigment in every color imaginable, and 2 pristine sable brushes. There was a note tucked under the tray, written in my grandmother's elegant, looping script: "For those rainy days, my darling, create something beautiful." My grandmother, an avid painter herself, passed away 5 years ago. This was a gift she must have intended for me years ago and forgotten in a corner. A sudden wave of melancholy mixed with curiosity washed over me. I retrieved a stack of unused thick paper from a dusty desk drawer and set up the box at my small kitchen table. I had never been an artist. In high school, my attempts at drawing a still life looked more like a crime scene involving fruit. But I felt a strange obligation to the gift. I dipped the brush into a glass of water, touched the tip to the vibrant cerulean blue, and watched the dry pigment bloom into a rich liquid. My first stroke on the paper was tentative, a clumsy, wet blob that spread too fast. I grimaced. But I tried again. I started painting the only thing I could see clearly through the rain-streaked window: a single, fat, yellow sunflower in the neighbor's garden, bent low by the water. I worked for 2 hours, losing myself in the quiet process of mixing colors. My early attempts were disasters: muddy greens and sickly brown-tinged yellows. But as I kept going, I started to notice things: how a tiny drop of clean water could push a color across the paper, how layering a thin wash of burnt sienna over the yellow created the perfect illusion of shadow. When I finally lifted my head, the rain had stopped. My painting was far from perfect. The sunflower was lopsided, and the background looked like a child had attacked it with a mop, but it was mine. And for the first time all weekend, I felt a sense of calm, focused accomplishment. I carefully cleaned my brushes, packed the watercolors away, and walked into the living room. The refrigerator hum was still there, but now it was just a sound, not a source of irritation. The next morning, I bought a small sketchbook. I didn't plan to be a great artist or even a good one. I just needed the quiet space the watercolors offered, a space I hadn't known I needed until a dreary weekend and a forgotten gift forced me to find it. My new hobby, painting, didn't start with an inspired trip to an art store or a sudden burst of creative ambition. It began with a forgotten wooden box, a note from my grandmother, and a desperately needed cleaning session on a stormy day.